So this is the original petition for the injunction against harassment. It says Lane Myers is a defendant in a Tucson City court case that my spouse, Matt Walker, is prosecuting. On this day, Lane Myers called me at my work number and left a voicemail asking for my assistance in helping my spouse not be a crooked-ass prosecutor, among other things. A few moments later, he emailed my spouse's work email saying he will come to my workplace and talk to me. He also said he was going to visit our neighbors and attempted to cite our neighbor's address. Okay. Now, this was supposedly the day she got the injunction. Lane Myers came to my place of work looking for me. He live streamed the visit and talked to various colleagues, asking where I was, asking that he get an interview, me telling people that I had his wife fired, also live streamed outside my door, showing my office number on the video. At the end of the video, he was saying, I'll be back tomorrow. So that video that she's talking about is this one right here. So I clicked on it, and just like she describes, he's live streaming outside somebody's office door. We don't know.
Humans. Humans. There's not a program between the U of A, I think it was called Justice or something, Step Up to Justice, Access, it's some,
I think
Justice Innovation. Let's see, you know what I'm talking about? Some,
I for J.
Yeah,
what is it?
Innovation for Justice.
There you go.
That
Yep,
is
yep.
a program here.
Yeah, so where would I get, Innovation for Justice. What's the department? Where do you talk about that, or where do you, Innovation for Justice, that's what it's called.
You know what? If you hang out for just a minute, I can get you phone numbers.
Thank you.
They're probably not here, but
Well, he was looking for Stacy.
Oh,
and
he's
she's-
looking for-
Because it lists her
Yes,
under
she's
it.
not-
Her office isn't even here.
yeah,
Doesn't
no,
look
she
like-
did. She rotates between here and the University of Utah, so she's not here.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can get you
because
contact.
because is she the point of contact for the Innovation for Justice?
Yes.
What about legal design and access to justice?
That would be her too.
Okay.
It
Is that
falls
her?
under, and Step Up for Justice.
Right,
was
okay.
something she was
Okay.
involved with before she came here.
That's what I'm saying. So that's something that continues on with or without
So
her.
you could email her at that email address.
Oh yeah, her
He's
you,
on- yeah, he's on
you
the
have it on your
website.
phone. Yeah.
These
that-
219.
According to the police report, he was served 10/17/2024, as you can see right here. So this is what they used for the stop and arrest of Lane Myers. And notice the dates 10/18 and then 10/19, right? And then it was submitted on 10/21 is what they say, because 10/17 is when it was issued, right? Listen to this description of the video. It says, Shannon discovered a video on YouTube with her face and name as the thumbnail. And for the video, it was 3.5 hours long, which is, they made sure to typo that so they could say this next part was a typo, discussing her ex in his injunction against harassment order she got served with. Her personal information, blah, 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 phone number, blah, 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 blah. Due to the posting of this video, Shannon has received numerous phone calls and emails regarding the incident. The injunction clearly states that he is to have no contact with her through any form of social media. Also, he is prohibited from posting any messages. So why doesn't it have a served date? It just says issued, expiration, and then the site number or whatever. But the other one had a served date, 10/17. This one says it expires in 10/18. But no serve date. So how is it the one that has the typo error about the X, the one with the 3.5 hour video, which is none of his videos, and the one that they issued the warrant for is the one that doesn't have a serve date? How could he possibly have known? And here's the worst part. The prosecution is now trying to use this fake bullshit police report and fake arrest as the evidence for the 319, what they claim the call came in from 319, not because of this, but because of the date and time and the video he made in 319 about slapping style sanctions. Not this one.
Right. But yet you file false charges. I'm curious too how long you dated Lane when he was your boyfriend. Were you betraying Matt when you were doing that? Was this before you and Matt got married? Excuse me. You're disgusting, lady. I can't wait for the world to get sick of your crap. All right, bye. At the University of Arizona College of Law. Arizona College of Law.
You know us, we benefit of the doubt that people are good, and they're, because I don't want people judging me by like, oh yeah, he's this, and then that means everything. So let me be fair here. She's a woman. She's running. Democrats are people too, and so I mean, at the end of the day, we all got to live together anyways if it's going to be better. So I would not have no problem with a law scholar, a law scholar.
Arizona College of Law.
Who's running for office to represent me, help me, right?
Arizona College of Law.
A law scholar.
And that last one we listened to, State 17, was that referencing one of the videos he had posted?
Yeah, so the information from that voice message would have came from the slapping style sanctions video where he's discussing the police reports where it first mentions that the Mrs. Walker and Lane were exes or in a relationship.
Now remember, this is an injunction for harassment that was never served on him. Is the police report that had the same mistake of the ex or whatever, and now that this person is supposedly referencing when it directly references a video from 10/16, right? Think about that. The state is the only one, the police and the state are the only two that knew about that until the evidence was released to him and until he made that video. And then now the second half of that voicemail is what she thinks is a reference to the video that he let out, when the beginning of it directly references a video from 10/16. And that police report says that they received numerous phone calls and emails and voicemails as a result of the 1016 video. Think about that. Even more damning, think about this. They didn't release discovery to him. They specifically released the discovery to him when they did. They made sure he was out on bail and had these conditions and made sure he had the discovery because they knew he would go over it, because he does with every single piece of information he gets from the government, and he goes over it with everybody. That's what his channel does. That's what his channel does. And they knew that. So they released it to him specifically for this to happen. Now, that may not be enough for some people, but this might be. Now, this is contesting the injunction that they claim is legit, which they claim this one's legit, but...
Ms. Walker, what does your husband do?
He is a prosecutor for the city of Tucson.
And does he have any connection with Mr. Meyer?
Yes, he was prosecuting a case that Mr. Myers was a defendant in, and he was the defendant at the time that Mr. Myers contacted me.
How do you know that?
I learned that after the fact when I received this voicemail.
Okay, let's say we believe her. So on 9/12 is when she knew that, right? Look at 10/9, the day she filed the injunction. This is the petition. He live streamed outside my office door, showing my office number on the video. At the end of the video, he says he will be back tomorrow. Okay. That was on 10/9, right? And she mentioned the live stream. Check this out.
I think you are correct. This will likely incite more of a reaction. Does this injunction against harassment provide any sort of protection for additional videos or any sort of enforcement for him to take down the current ones?
That would be up to a prosecutor. I'm really not sure how they would interpret that. I think the ones that are already posted, I think you're going to have a hard time getting those down just because of the nature of the internet. I think, though, that if that is something that you should probably pursue with the prosecutor's office or through a police report if you want to try to do something with that. That would be my advice.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure how far this is going to get you from stopping those, but if you don't call the police and try, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right. Okay. And I guess that's my primary concern is not just him, but the harassment that he is inciting through those. So.
And, you know, I think those could possibly be seen as third party contact, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's going to depend on how the prosecutor's office wants to interpret that.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me today? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Sorry, I just want to ask another question. Can you just ask specifically about future videos if that's incoming?
Your Honor, does this order, injunction against harassment does it encompass any future videos?
It should, but again, it's going to be up to the interpretation.
He's pretty much out at this time. Law school?
Business school.
So it's like 3 or 4 o'clock. Look at the shadows. If it was noon, there'd be no shadow. And the way he's facing, just... This should be enough right here. But listen to all the references about how late in the day it is.
Cutting it close with time here, peeps, but we will see. Might be too late in the day. Hello. Hey, can you tell me where I find Shannon Walker and Stacy James?
But I think they're gone today.
For the day.
Yeah, I don't know if Stacy actually has an option.
Sure, you know. I mean, you can.
I would say this time of day.
It's harder because it's later in the day.
Yeah, no one's here.
And you said Stacy's down here?
No, and actually I haven't seen her, right? I'm not even sure if her office is in here, but.
In the school of law anymore?
Yeah, I mean.
It would have been super easy just to go through your Facebook.
The sun is clearly going down.
Apparently they let her up to the favorites. She wanted to use a picture of me in the fucking gladiator costume.
Explain to me how she got the injunction for harassment and cited a video that hadn't even been made yet. She recorded this. This was recorded. Her ex parte communication with the judge was recorded at 11 a.m.
Committed a series of acts that are
Come
a
on.
series of harassment. They have not reached the level of stalking yet, but they're definitely a series of harassing events, and also their use of electronic communication to intimidate and to threaten. So I will be making those findings. Now, with those findings, I do want you to understand, and I'm sure you do, these are not criminal findings. I'm not making that he's not being charged with anything. These aren't criminal charges. These are findings I'm making to provide you with a civil injunction. And so it is, again, only a piece of paper, though.
Of course.
So you're aware that these can sometimes incite as much as they can bring people down, but it will protect you from any third-party contact as well as indirect contact from him. You also understand the concerns about trying to get anybody to not post things on the internet or YouTube or stuff. We do have some overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to get you, but
Right.
or as far as protecting or stopping that, but it should be strong enough to get those third parties who are his followers or whatever they may be called. Ideally, they will understand that they're included in some way on this. I'm probably going to have to be told, but
Yes.
get the general idea. So based on the pleadings, the court finds reasonable cause to believe the defendant has harassed it by committing one or more acts of harassment. And
I couldn't put my children, emotional distress than I can really mention here. I feel harassed, I feel threatened, I feel frightened. I couldn't put my children in this injunction against harassment because I knew exactly what Mr. Myers would do. I don't know what his followers would do. I don't know if they would try to look them up or call their school. This is fear I've had every single day. And
Public funds, it's First Amendment protected activity. I looked at we can't make legal arguments. I looked at the injunction for harassment rules. She didn't meet the standard. She never told me to stop contacting her ever in my life. I've left one voicemail ever, and she's never told me to never contact her again. All of a sudden, there's this injunction. So, like, if one of the standards is there needs to be more than one, and you need to be told that you're harassing me. I was never put on notice. And first of all,
Why do you think you need to be told?
because if somebody's being harassed, you can't just allow the other person to keep harassing them and not tell them.
Well, sure you can. If you want a whole bunch of emails and voicemails to stack up and gather a bunch of evidence against that person, you sure can.